All right, this is a small explanation about the framework in Python specifically. I'm using Playwright with Python, which normally use Pytest behind the scenes. So here I'm setting up the features that we are already implemented here. So here the folder structure or the project structure in general, which is part of the system design. I'm normally using TypeScript and Java ecosystems for implementing test automations in general. So one of the key principles I'm using page object model and module system design. Same time I'm using service modules, which is kind of isolation of the components for generic services. A couple things like CSV driving and email notifications, like extra functionality for adding more capabilities to the framework in general. And this is normally being ready for CI/CD. You can guys go ahead and check this. It's gonna be part of the installation. Then we need to install. If you're using macOS, for sure we need to run this for the email hook stuff. So then here's some prerequisites. You can clone the environment. I'm not gonna be compressing in the zip folder the code because this is a intellectual property of my own. I cannot share my code in that way. This is not legal. And then just move to this. I'll be having the repository open for a week for you guys to check. And then you guys need to have installed as the prerequisite says Python or higher. Activate the BMB, which is the virtual environment, and then activate it. Here, my terminal I already have activated. You will be seeing this here. And this using the Pytest command, I'll be running a test with the integration tag specifically, which means this M, and then headers mode specifically. So here are the instructions are very clear on how to run. You can use the pw-h, which is a shell script specifically for running that more simple if you don't know how to run that using terminal commands with Python specifically. But here at the same time, we have all the documentation. In general, we are generating some reports. We can add some environment variables if you want to do it using that. Same time, this is being supporting more of like arguments in the terminal, and then some troubleshooting instructions that I added for. So let me run the test here using integration. It's going to be running in headed mode, which means that in general, showing the UI in general. So it's been doing like a end-to-end flow in general and validating some stuff behind the scenes. I already add more test cases in there for doing some validations around it. This case, the integration has been passed correctly, and here's the report specifically. I don't know if I can open this. Well, this has been generated. Not sure if I can just clicking open with. I'll be Chrome. I don't know if that's gonna be something possible here. Web view. Nope. Okay, let's open this in Finder and then clicking those. It's gonna be just showing the report. Generating active execution, show the details. I'll be zooming that a little bit for you guys. And going back to the code specifically, as you guys notice, we have some sort of details here. This is configurable parameters that I can show in the execution. And showing here, I'm not using specifically denominations we normally use in Java and old school techniques for Selenium using page object model specifically. Using a front end technique normally called components, which reduce the size of the files and make the things more smaller, more maintainable in general. I basically move the things in a more short code specifically. Here are the locators for specifically and some functions defined. This is normally like a page of the model definition in a class-based schema. Same for here. And homepage is being, handling like an index in TypeScript specifically. Here I'm using the module homepage.py, which is generating all the instances of the other classes for having just one call that split the content of homepage in more smaller code pieces. Same for each of the folders. Components is basically our object locator repository or something like that. And then we have data, which is our entry data for testing. So here's where we are loading the data for testing specifically, ignited. And then fixtures, which is a very crucial thing in Python Playwright specifically, and Playwright in general, to be honest. This is like a simplification of how we use the base driver, normally named in Java and Selenium or Cook, how that is being reflected into here in the test folder. Oh, sorry, into end folder, sorry. For example, here in the top, you guys notice we don't have a lot of imports. We're just using a singular import from our fixture file specifically, and some components that I'll be using specifically in our test in this manner. This is normally used in TypeScript and the other kind of implementations we had in Playwright specifically. And this simplifies the import and also have more clean code by reducing the redundancy and or the memory allocation for creating new classes instances in each of the test cases we generate. So feature looks like the feature file specifically. Well, we are importing all these things here from the components specifically and generating using the annotation by the feature, some of the configurations needed for having like a singular entry point for the base driver, normally named in Java Selenium code. Then we have services, which is basically a services generic functionality for, in this case, sending email, CSV reader. And then here we had a folder where we had a couple of CSV, some bugs that I reported, some test cases that we can use in the test cycle specifically. I just added the most important ones in this order using a spreadsheet kind of design style. And then the other things around here, they get ignored, change log, which is basically a history of changes in general, the licenses, the playwright configuration, which is like the basement for all the arguments you want to support in your terminal. Same time, how you are going to be running the test. I mean, what is your base URL and other kind of configurations we can get on your playwright configuration. The PLU, which is a simple shell script for running the test. The Pytest is, which is a market. This is going to be allowing you the Pytest to understand your your virtual environment that we have some tags. Use it as an annotation in your test. Where is that being reflected? Well, if you go here, for example, you have this, which is basically a tag or annotation that allows me to run a specific test case based on the tags. That's why in the terminal we were using -m integration, which means there's a test case that is being using integration as part of the tags. For example, here's the test case we were running a few minutes ago. So in general, closing all the things, components, the philosophy of this is more small classes, more maintainable and extensible code, data for all the data entry. In other frameworks, we normally call these fixtures as a data uh, provider. In other, annotations you have for example, in Java, we have the data providers in testing G specifically. Here we have a data folder, end to end, which is normally the name of the folder that the Playwright Cypress community has been named for all the tests. In the past, has been normally called tests, as we have here, but at this point, it's end to end. Fixtures is a technique that the Playwright community has been designed for having more atomicity. This is based on the base driver inheritance and abstraction we had in Java and Selenium old school techniques. Now we have this in JavaScript, Playwright, Python, and other like programming languages across Playwright implementations. Then we have the report, which is a generated report after the execution. And then we have services, is basically all the generic services we are going to be using across the framework. And then this is just like a reference folder for all the information we share. EMB, which is a virtual environment settings, files, dependencies, all that stuff is going to be here. Um, What else? We had, of course, the README requirements, which is like a package JSON in our normal TypeScript projects. And the GitHub Actions, we had issue template for reporting, bugs or feature requests for questions, which is if anyone goes to that with GitHub, it's going to be reporting an issue using a template formatting. The workflows is going to be running cross-browser or singular tests. And the pull request in place, if anyone is going to be adding like a pull request to my code, it's going to be using a template and a PR that's going to be asking this kind of formatting in general. So this is the way that it's looking like. Let me see. I don't remember exactly where. Screen Studio. Let me see here, guys. I suppose to not share this screen, but here is the Playwright Python. Here in the actions specifically, you can guys notice the pipeline running. For sure, some failures here, but normal things. This is how the pipeline looks like behind running the test. Here's the test running. And that's pretty much it. This is a small explanation of how we can implement Playwright with Python specifically. Hope you guys can, understand and check this. Thank you for the patience. See you next time.